Hello and welcome to this edition of Big Sky 35. Tonight, a very special pickups, mail day, whatever. I had a care package sent to me from ReeseND. I'll have his channel link below. Uh, very touching. I This proves that I'm defining what I'm doing as a collector, because man, did he nail what I collect, and it made me feel good on that. But the thought of what he put in it was over the top, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go over it. And let's take a look and see what I got. All right, before we get to the care package, I did get a couple of pickups and some mail. First off, I got a box of High Number from my hobby shop. He was actually cheaper than what's online right now. So a little bit more than SRP, but only like by like $10. So I'm always trying to support my local hobby shop. So I went ahead and picked it up. And Tops and Heritage, again, terrible, just quality control. I mean, luckily this Lewis Robert is in really good shape, but most of them, most of the cards, 75% of them had creases in the top of it where it looks like they had rolled or got pinched maybe when the packaging was going on. And I mean, it was a sealed box. Also, a bunch of them on the back lower right corner was a damage, almost on a majority of, not majority. It was a lesser on that, but yeah, it was very disappointing. Yeah, I listed most of them on Sport Lots, but I put them down. I described them as I didn't even put them as excellent to near mint. I think I put them as excellent because and I put them all at 18 cent. It didn't matter. Some of the inserts actually that were in good shape I put at a normal price, but man, I was very disappointed. I don't know if anybody else is having that issue, but I haven't heard anything. It's not a very good product either. Looked at the checklist. Again, they're using short prints on this as chase cards. So, but my hit was nice. I mean, you got a chance at an auto. I think it's one per case. But I did get the Clubhouse collection, and it was a Jeff McNeil. So if I'm going to get one, let's get it a team that I go for, right? The Mets. Even though I'm wearing Washington National stuff tonight, that's because hockey started tonight, and I got my Caps shirt on underneath. I don't have a Caps hat, so I kind of got to wear national stuff with that. And they won 6-4. Wasn't pretty, but they got her. And I also got this French back, which they made easier to find this year. Most of the time you had to like look at the back and go and see if it was like in French. They didn't make the backs any different, but this year they made them this bright yellow. Put the face in the middle. Really easy to find. So thank you for that, Tops. Doing that. A couple of things. And then, of course, my Sport Lots adventure continues. Working on my Mets flagship. So I'll just run through these real quick. Doing real well in my 60s. Got a handful to still get. I still need 68, 69. But this is just a fun. I like this one. Swoboda and Crane Pool on the same card. I really like that card. And this one, just a little off center, top to bottom. That's something that I might look to get a little bit better, even maybe a graded version of. I really like that card. Chuck Killer, Tom Reynolds, Sandy Alomar Sr., good player, great offspring, Chuck Estrada, Cleon Jones, Gold Cup, another one I like to get better graded. Love to get that a little bit better. But that's a want. That's something that if I run across, that's something nice. A Bud Harrelson, another one I like to have. Don't think. Might be his rookie card. I can't remember off the top of my head. Just gonna run through them pretty quick. Here's the Ed Crane pull. Almost looks like they just took the same pictures before and just cropped it. Stevenson, probably Cup coming. These are my favorite cards. I love team cards. You know, when I was a kid, I loved picture day when you did your team picture. I like that better than my own picture. It's just, I love team cards. I always have. Team cards and stadiums. Love stadiums. Old Tug McGraw. So that's my Mets working on a flagship. Pretty happy with that. I have been picking up some Star Wars holocron blasters. You know, I always show my Star Wars stuff off. I can find these in stores still. Not a lot. I mean, but I could get one or two. And I just pick up one. And I did get a short print out of one. They do have autos randomly. Kira from the Solo movie. And I need to look up how hard these are, but I've opened up two blasters, and this is my first short print. So I really like these cards. They're called Holocron. They got them in hobby boxes as well, and I might pick up one. Let's see here. We got my Topps Living set, Bo-Katan Kryze. Hopefully, y'all been watching The Mandalorian. This is played by, what is her name? I can't remember her name, but she's been in Battlestar Galactica and a few other ones. She's kind of in the sci-fi geek world and a bunch of different stuff. But this is actually started in the cartoon of the Clone Wars, and then it went over to Rebels. And if you watch The Mandalorian and you want to have a backstory on her and the Darksaber, you need to watch both the Clone Wars and The Mandalorian, and you'll get a better understanding of all that. And it'll make a better understanding of the second season of Mandalorian. Commander Cody. Really like that one. That one will probably be sent off to get graded at some time. At least go into my graded stacks. I did just send off a Mandalorian card to get graded. 2-1B droid, Empire Strikes Back. But this droid is in all kinds of movies. I guess that picture's from the Empire Strikes Back. Sorry about my phone. Got some eBay going on tonight. Even Pill. He is part of the Jedi Order. Phantom Menace. Come on. Iden Versio, and that's in Battlefront 2. video game. This is the first one I've seen they made of that video game. I really like they've delved into that. I wish they'd do a little bit more in the comics and the books, maybe. The new series of High Republic, and I think that's where the new movies are going to come from. 200 years before the Star Wars Luke Skywalker sagas begin. Or the Skywalker sagas begin, I think. That's what it should be called. Eightplek. The Rise of Skywalker. Pretty cool one. And then they did have some tops now, which I know I'm missing some of these because I didn't know they were out. The tops now section now, it's kind of, if you don't know how to navigate it, you can miss some stuff very easily on the tops. Their website, for as much money as they generate, is not very user friendly. This season of Mandalorian was really, really good. Now you get, that's the Mandalorian there with his helmet off. You're going to see that more and more, I guess, because now he takes it off. Snipers at the ready. So that was my Star Wars stuff, and that's pretty much my pickups. The next is going to be from ReeseND. Sent me a nice little note. But I'm going to show you this because let me see if I can get it to focus in. I didn't know the ND on his Reese name was for Notre Dame. That's my bad, but now I do. And hey, Reese, just to let you know, my nephew's best friend is like the backup quarterback on the Notre Dame football team. Little tidbit for you. He played in one game, I think, this year on a mop-up role. He's a guy from Virginia. So, man, if you watch my channel, you know I'm a huge Mets guy, Virginia guy. I got several players I super collect. Gary Carter is my biggest one. But he started off with the top one was just David Wright. Checks off a lot of spots for me. Virginia guy, Mets guy. Probably my second favorite Met behind Gary Carter. He's fast becoming one of... I accidentally started super collecting him. It's easy to find his cards. Jake DeGrom, the Walgreens. And most of these I did not have. Surprisingly not. He said, I hope you don't have some of these. He pretty much nailed it. I mean, some of these I do have, but I'll take this. This is the short print of Noah Syndergaard and update, I believe. Not just regular series. Thor, hopefully he comes back strong this year. I know they're going to knock his innings down. The Gary Carter Turkey Red. Love that card. Another David Wright. Man, this is one of his early seasons. Chrome. I don't have hardly any of this season. Like this era of card. What year is this? 2009. So I got back into it really, really hard. I picked up a few packs here and there. Always had one toe in, like I said. 2010 is when I started really getting into it. 2011 is when I went nuts and jumped in head first, I should say. But started learning what the differences were from the 80s to then. And now it's even more of a difference. So that's why I always say I feel for people. I think this is a tribute, or I think it's tribute. Dale Strawberry. And these are the Empire State Award winner, Pete Alonso. It's a whole series. I can't remember how many cards are in this series. And this is a black, it looks like. So it's number 299. Just floored, just blown away with these. Reese, just Didn't have to, shouldn't have. Told me I didn't have to reciprocate, but you know how it goes in our world. You know, somehow, some way, I'll figure something out. These right here, I don't know how he knew it, but I'm always looking for bazooka backs. I love Gypsy Queen bazooka backs, and this guy, I mean, he nails it. This guy, soon I saw this, I almost dropped the cards. I had to go to work that night after I got it out of the mail. I work overnight right now, my swings, and I was so happy. It made my day. It made a good night at work. I can tell you that. Messaging from work, thanking him, and just, gosh, just so incredible. This community, man, this past year has been a really good year for me in this community. It's touched me in so many ways. Like, you don't know how much it's gotten me through everything and still getting me through it. And I'm sure, you know, it's still getting us through that. I think that's why everybody takes it so personally when you can't go to a store and pick up a pack of cards. Because, man, would that be so therapeutic some days, just to rip open a pack of cards. And I hope people are not overpaying to do that. But my gosh, this community has filled in a lot of spots for me. So tons of bazooka backs. Just thank you so much, Reese. But it doesn't end there. We got the Doc headlines, Fleer 88. I remember when this card came out, it was kind of one of the ones you were looking for. Inserts in the 80s was very popular. Love inserts. Jose Reyes. Great Met. One of the greatest pitchers. I know what I was watching. Westergriff talking about Bo Bichette in this series last night. I was watching a video, and with Bo Bichette with the walking across Rogers Field, I believe is what it's called in Toronto, with the Toronto Tower there in the background. And I mean, this picture rivals that picture, I believe. If we can get it to focus, will be great. Just an amazing picture there in Citi Field. And then here we go. We get away from the Mets, and this guy knew I love Ken Griffey Jr. These Pacific cards, he got me the 3 colors sent to me here. I mean, that was the way to finish off. That was the order that I opened that. And to say I was blown away, choked up. I had to wait a few days, asked permission to share it with everybody. Yeah, he great guy. And I have to thank Mike O, because of Mike O, I've met him and several other people. Mike O's community for sports cards is second to none. I don't even know if he realizes it with his doing his live auctions, and his Discord, and just connecting people what he's done. The Facebook page was now with him and JT doing all that has created a great community. You know, it's been unreal. And he sent me this one. Then he sent me another package, and he had them numbered 1 and 2. And it was says knows I had this card because I've shown it, but I didn't have it slabbed. And man, he sent it to me slabbed. Now he's a Phillies guy, so that's what this is. Everybody should have a Richie Ashburn. And you know, he's a Phillies guy sending a Mets guy stuff. And I tell you what, Mike O's a Philly guy, Westergriff, Ray for Philly. I have to get to a Philly show just to meet these guys, because, you know, it's not what I pictured guys from Philly to be like, and it's been great. I mean, super suspended. I mean, just over the top. I'm sitting here with a big smile on my face. Richie Ashburn and a 6. I mean, that's a collector's grade right there. I mean, I'm shaking. Look, I can't stop. And this next one, he knows I'm a Gary Carter fan. Uh, and this is something that people don't really know. I started coaching after my high school days. I was planning on to further my playing days into college or minor league. Didn't work out, of course. I guess you got to be able to spell college to go to college. That's one of the drawbacks. So I started getting into coaching just in a local level, little league, and helping in some other stuff areas. So I always really love coaches. And Davey Johnson, I got some Davey Johnson signed scorecards from games. Is a great Tom Landry. My favorite Cowboys, Tom Landry. They're just iconic to me. There's just certain. That's why I stopped with Bud Harrelson. I really like Bud Harrelson. There's managers, coaches out there that to me are just iconic. They're kind of synonymous with their team. You know, Belichick is one. I'm not a Belichick fan, but he's synonymous with the Patriots, even though he coached at other places. And this is just, I mean, a 10 in its 1985 Mets with Davey Johnson and Gary Carter. This is just, whew, I saw this and it's hit me in so many levels with, this is one of those things that it's definitely a regional. You probably only could have got this in New York. Says courtesy of your local Kiwanis Club, law enforcement agency, and the New York Mets. So this is probably something that policemen carried around in the Queens area or New York, and probably handed it out to kids. I know in my area they handed out. They had packs of cards that they handed out. I wish I would have kept some of them from that time. They weren't like big name stuff, but I know that was done, especially in the 80s. There was a big push where with cops are your friends and things like that. And so I'm sure something like this, that's probably where this came from. I know I've been babbling. I can't help it. This one is special to me, and this whole mail day has been a special one. And Reese, I want to say special thank you to you. Again, over the top. I know you said I didn't have to reciprocate, but I have to do something. It might not be now, might be at the next national or whatever card show, or if we ever get to meet. But again, I want to say thank you to you. And again, I think he started watching me because I was on a Mike O, and me and Mike had a interview and talking about my game room. I mean, not my game room, my sports card room and stuff. And me and Reese would, one of the people I'd say hi to when on live auctions. He's one of the guys that's always on there, like him, Luis Reyes, Nina. There's a good handful of same guys, and a couple of Mets guys I always got to fight with to get my Mets cards. But babbling. I hope you all like this. I know I did. So until next time, leave a like, share, subscribe. Really thank you to all the subscribers. I'm over 300 now. This has been a great couple of weeks for me with this. And so thank you for that again. And until next time, see ya.